Hi, if this isn't your first year to try and get fitter, healthier, or even lose weight, and you keep coming up against the same issue of starting off well and then you give up, I'm going to talk you through some of the common limiting beliefs and blocks that people have that I work with that prevent them from being able to get the sustainable results that we all want. I'm Georgina. I'm a health and nutrition coach. I've been working with people for over 5 years now. And my clients vary from people who right now are on weight loss injections and they want to be able to sustain the results after they finish, to people who are like me, who gained a lot of weight from binge eating and didn't seem to have any control over food. These are common beliefs that limit all of those people that I'm going to share with you today so you can help dismantle them and keep going with the momentum and discipline to get the results that you really want so you feel healthier and more confident. So, one of the first ways of thinking is if it's just a little every day, it's not going to get me the results. So, this includes food. So, we think, oh, it's just one cookie, it's just one piece of cake. But it's not, because if you think this way every day and every day you're telling yourself something like that, it's not just one cookie, it's 7 a week. And that will make a big difference month on month into the way you feel, into the way you look. So, in that way, it makes a difference. And the other way, we think that in order to get fitter and healthier and to build muscle, we have to have an hour-long workout 5 times a week or whatever it is that you believe. I personally rarely do more than 15 minutes a day. Sometimes it's stretching, sometimes Pilates, sometimes lifting up some weights at home. Don't do much more than that. Haven't for years because it's hard to have time to go to the gym. And I have a lot of muscle. I've maintained a UK size 10, US size 6, just from doing a little bit of exercise a day. So when we're telling ourselves it doesn't matter, it's just a little bit, I don't have time, it's not true. The little things make a difference. One of the things I've heard recently is exercise snacks, and I had no idea that this is what I recommend to my clients to do and that I've been doing for years. But it's just finding pockets of time throughout our busy days to move our body intentionally in some way. I used to do star jumps in the bathroom stall when I worked in an office, partly to keep myself awake because I was so bored, but partly to stay fit and healthy because when you're sitting down all day, it is good to do something. Or when I was a teacher, I'd do wall sits. So I'd sit against the wall with my knees bent and hold it for as long as possible and build up the strength and stamina that way. So there's so many things that we can do, and the little and often approach is what gets you the results long term, and it allows you to fit it into your busy schedule. So that leads me into this all or nothing mindset that a lot of us had, that I used to have too. And I'm sharing this all from a place of the mistakes I've made, not from a place of thinking that I've got it all better and figured out. I only know these things because I made the mistakes and now I'm on the other side to give you what's worked for me, what's worked for my clients. But when we have this all or nothing mindset of have to eat really healthily, and then as soon as we eat one thing that isn't in the diet plan, then we've ruined it. So we may as well just whatever, anything goes, and we'll start afresh tomorrow. We start afresh on Monday. This type of thinking is so restrictive and it doesn't help us in the long run. What we want to try and achieve is a balance because a balance is sustainable. So, sure, let yourself eat a little bit of chocolate every day, but a small amount with good quality chocolate, 70% cacao in it or higher, so there's not so much sugar. Then you can eat chocolate every day. I eat chocolate most days. Or thinking that once you've opened a bottle of wine, you may as well finish it. Why? A bottle of wine will last till the next weekend. You could share it with someone and have just one glass a week, you know? So it's this way of thinking that, it's kind of ruined, I've ruined it anyway, isn't helpful. Instead, thinking anything's allowed, I can have anything I want, but what's going to serve me most right now, what's best for me, what matches the results that I want to get. And the third thing is the restrictive mindset. So I like to try and get my clients to have a more abundant mindset because the reality is we are abundant in everything. We can have so many choices of exercises we can do, food we can eat. We don't have to wait, it's just here. So when we restrict, there's still all of this abundance around us, and eventually we're going to feel deprived and we're going to cave in and we're going to do the things that we're trying not to do. So instead, focusing on how can you add more fiber to your diet? Can you count how many plant-based foods, as in whole foods like vegetables and fruits and herbs and seeds and nuts and grains, that you can eat in 1 week? Can you hit 20 different types? Can you hit 30 different types? This creates an abundant mindset and moves you away from that restriction. So I hope these are helpful. These are little limiting blocks and beliefs that if you start to shift, you will notice that you'll find it much easier to stick to a healthier way of living. And once you can stick to it, that's when you get the results that stick too. If you would like to book a free consult call with me, feel free. I will leave the information in the description notes. And if this has been useful, please subscribe, because I will share videos most weeks on ways to help you with your health, nutrition, and fitness. Okay. Talk soon. Bye-bye.